Happy Teacher Appreciation Week for the 2024-2025 school year. We wanted to take some time to go around asking students what was a teacher that impacted them the most, how they affected them, and what their favorite memory, lesson, or moment was from their classroom.
And as a teacher who's personally impacted me with the way she teaches is Miss Gray. I was always able to grasp her concepts with English and stuff, and she was also a very, she always had an open ear. You know, Miss Gray would always listen to you. You know, if you had an issue, you can talk to her about it. You know, everything you need in a teacher, everything that a teacher, your perfect teacher would be, that's Miss Gray. You know, she has all the qualities.
My favorite teacher is Miss Hides because I've worked with her all throughout high school and she's super fun and nice and supportive. And my favorite story with Miss Hides was at States my sophomore year when me, Miss Hides, and my friends Sophie and Katie all had lunch together because everyone else had gone somewhere else, and it was just so much fun, and we had all the jokes to tell, and we got to talk about everything we had seen like that day and all the events we had seen. It was really fun.
My favorite teacher right now is Mr. Russell because he's hilarious, and I remember one time, I think it was around Christmas, when he dressed up as the Grinch and he was terrorizing everybody, but he always does that.
My favorite teacher is Miss Melvin. She's my favorite teacher because she is very kind. She's really personable to all of her students. She gives a great learning environment for everyone. I've had her both my freshman and my senior year, and so I'll always remember whether it was reading stuff like Romeo and Juliet in English 1 or Native Son in AP Literature. She always made every text understandable. She broke it down for us. She asked us questions, let us ask questions, just like a very good educator and a very kind.
My favorite teacher is Miss Samhori because she's always there for me, and if I'm not in the mood, she asks me, am I okay? She doesn't just care about getting in the work and making sure she teaches you lessons, but she's also there for you on a more deeper level. And my favorite memory is watching the book Unbroken, or reading it and watching it.
My favorite teacher is Miss Mejia because she always has a smile on her face, she's always in a good mood, and she's always like really happy, and it's like a good environment. And my favorite memory of her is when I was having a tough day and she really just took the time to like look out for me, ask if I was okay, and like really help me on like an emotional level.
My favorite teacher is Chef Cooper because she's very kind, she's really funny, she's always there to listen. I feel like I can talk to her about anything. My favorite memory is when I scared her really bad. I snuck up behind her and
My favorite teacher is Mr. Wilson because he really takes his time with his teaching. My favorite memory is when he made us memorize the pie chart with a pie song.
My favorite teacher is Miss Stokinger, and she's my favorite teacher because she is the only math teacher that I've ever had who has not made me feel less than or stupid for not understanding. My favorite lesson that she's probably taught is that it's just math. It's not the end of the world, and if someone is struggling, or if you're struggling, someone else probably is too.
My favorite teacher is Miss Collison because she's very good at teaching, and her lectures aren't too boring, and she has some creative assignments. My favorite memory is when she used to like go around and like make jokes about loud students when they were being too loud.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Berger because he has always been able to open up my creative mind and make me feel really happy about what I'm doing. And my favorite lesson with him is just our lessons in creative writing, being able to write short stories like as long as we want them to, because again, it really opens up my creativity and makes me feel like I'm doing something that really matters.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Conserve. Because he like makes learning fun, and he's always trying to like relate to us. He's very engaging, and he makes funny jokes to keep the students engaged.
One of my favorite classes I took throughout all of high school was AP Psychology with Miss McLaughlin. She made learning fun, and like always remember the mnemonic devices she taught us, like Hippo on campus for hippocampus. That's something I'll never forget.
I agree. Miss McLaughlin was a great teacher. She really got to know every student and kind of taught them based off what they needed to know, and she made learning very easy in that class. It was a great time. So.
Yeah, she always helped us with anything we needed. just really a great teacher. We love you, Mr. McLaughlin.
We love you, Mr. McLaughlin.
The teacher that impacted me the most was Miss Gordon, and it's because I had her since freshman year. And although she left, I still carry a lot of what I learned with her or from her with me. So yeah.
The teacher that impacted me the most was Miss Dill. She always helps me out, and she's always like she's like the school mom that I always wanted and always have. Me and her have a very strong connection. Talking to her and being in her class every day has just brought me to become better and to have a positive attitude every day.
My favorite teacher is Miss Smith because she's kind and caring and because she gave me candy this year.
I appreciate Miss Stanley because she really spends time working with each and every student to make sure they really understand the topics.
The teacher I appreciate most is Miss Washburn. She makes learning really enjoyable and she really tries to build a connection with her students, which we all really appreciate. And I'd say my favorite memory with her is just talking to her. I know I can go to her for anything with no judgment, and she gives great advice. So.
A teacher who has impacted me the most is Mr. Marsh because he teaches in a fun way, but I'm still learning his subject, and he's always positive.
A teacher that has impacted me most is Miss Hammer, and it's because not only is she a good teacher, but she also gives me life advice that'll stick with me.